back to the Muay Thai Minute. I'm your host, Lavell Wesley. I'm with my co-host.
Andrew Vignati.
Hey, and today we are here to talk about, we're recapping Ring Titans. We were at the card live, and it was, well, I'm going to ask you your opinion. Well, okay, before we even get to that, what's new with you?
Not too much, man. Just getting ready for Christmas. Training a bunch, watching a bunch of fights. Just saw Warriors Cup 75 this past weekend. That was cool. And yeah, also Talon Chai broke his leg this week.
He broke his tibia.
That was pretty crazy. I didn't expect that at all. Didn't have that on the bingo card for 2025.
I was hoping so. Like, a friend of mine, she's the Chinese commentator for One. So when he broke his leg, he's like, "Oh, she's gonna freaking translate on TV." Like they cut the commercial break. And I was like, "Oh man, that sucks." But yeah, it's unfortunate he broke his leg. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, Superbond's gonna have to avenge him now.
I mean, hopefully. I mean, we see what happens. I mean, I feel like there's been a bunch of monkey wrenches happening recently. Like the Japanese guy that knocked out Tamachai as well recently too. And but Superbond defended that one. It's definitely interesting, like how the landscape constantly changes, especially within one. I feel like with the was it small gloves or was it kickboxing? I know kickboxing. So I was gonna say with the small gloves, but with the kickboxing, I feel like it changes the dynamic of the sport a lot.
Definitely, and I feel like sometimes Muay Thai fighters can do really well in kickboxing. You know, we've seen it before. Sitchai, obviously, and in Glory, and Petch from Kit Mukau in Glory too. Just kills everybody and just finds a way to control the distance and use the kicks. But sometimes I feel like people struggle to not use the clinch, and yeah, some of the boxing might be a little bit sharper.
It can be a problem.
Kickboxing,
it can definitely be a problem to not try and clinch or hold for too long, especially if it's K1 rules or if it's Glory rules. It's the amount of time you can hold in each one slightly different. I think for Glory, you can hold for 3 seconds, unless it's the amateur rules. But I know in K1 you can hold and throw a knee, you let go.
Yeah.
So that difference can drastically change how much you hold or how much you need. But yeah, I want to ask you about Christmas though. So how's it feel having a child now on Christmas?
It's pretty crazy. She's only 7 months, so she's doesn't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
But we're still doing cute stuff with her, like going to get the tree and taking pictures with her in front of the tree. And
did you take pictures of Santa?
Not yet. No. we should do that though. That would be
good. We're at time. You have 3 or 4 days left.
Shit. I know. I was getting presents today. It was chaos. I was like, I always do this. It's terrible.
Last minute present shopping.
Yeah.
You have to be like me. Just leave the country. Leave the country during Christmas, and then you have to buy 0 presents.
Y'all
don't make it to anything. I'm sorry, I'm not here. I can't buy you anything. That's the goal. Go somewhere hot during Christmas, and you're not physically there, so you can't buy. I mean, I guess you can buy stuff online for people, but who wants to do that?
So you're in Mexico right now.
I'm in Mexico City right now. I am in Mexico City. Yes, I went from Thailand to Mexico, and I'm here for a month. I'm just trying to be that friend. I'm trying to be that friend who's broke and travels places. How the fuck are you there? How did you get there? That's the life I'm trying to live. You know, I remember seeing a meme being when you're tired, but you have to be that friend who's doing random shit in a random country. That's the life I want to live, right? I'm just somewhere random doing random stuff. But yeah, been here for about a week. It's very interesting. I like it here. I like it here a lot. It's much different than I expected it to be, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I expected it to be bad, but I guess I never know what to expect because it's different than I guess. I mean, it's a city. It's a major city. It's nice. This also helps that where we live is very close to a lot of art and culture, and we're very close to a park, very close to a bunch of museums and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool here. Tomorrow I'm going to check out a Muay Thai gym. So we see how that goes.
Very cool. Very cool.
So let's talk about Ring Titans 2. What are your first thoughts about this card? Because we were both there live. We were both there live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And my second time at Ring Titans Live, this time it was at a new location, the Wolves Den in Pembroke,
yeah, yeah.
which is like this giant, like bar type facility. And in the back,
It
they
was kind
have,
of cool. It was
yeah,
kind of
quite a bit
cool.
of space for
Yeah.
the ring and lots of seats and all that kind of stuff. So overall, first thoughts, I think like the opening fights, just watching those. I watched the first one with Mark because he wanted to see kind of how the judging was going.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, like I was impressed right off the bat. The level of Muay Thai was pretty
It
good,
was
and
good. It was freaking good.
yeah, like they were throwing some nice shit, and it was a lot of the debuts, but they were still very
It
skilled.
was clean. It was freaking clean.
And yeah, a lot of good fights for sure. I think compared to the first one, I like the second one better.
Yeah.
Not
I
only
get
because it was all Muay Thai, but I think there was just better matchups and better Muay Thai displayed.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like for the second one, it was a lot cleaner, like showcasing of Muay Thai. Even though they had a lot of the same names on the card,
Yeah,
I felt like the striking overall was much higher than the first card. Like it was like there was some characters on the first one that were like, okay, like what's happening? Yeah, on the second one, I feel like there's a lot cleaner of like a representation. Granted, there's still a lot of like MMA guys, so it's still kind of like you're seeing MMA striking for a Muay Thai sport. But as a product as a whole, I feel like it was a better representation of what I mean. I feel like it was a better vision of what like Ring Titans is trying to do.
yes.
And
I feel like they're still feeling things out, but
yeah,
they're getting locked in, and I like where it's headed.
yeah, same. Like I like the direction that it's going in. I like the direction that the show seems to be going in. Is there any fights that like stood out to you, particular like in particular from the card?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of them. I guess to start with some of the stuff from the undercard. Um, the first fight. It was Badia versus France. Let me pull up their full names.
Cameron France versus Dawson Padilla. That
Yes,
one. Yeah,
yes. Um, yeah, France is out of Underdog MMA in West Hartford, or maybe it's in Hartford. Actually, really close to where I grew up. Um, Under the tutelage of Ada Lalick over there and some of the other guys. Yeah, pretty great fight. Really impressed by France's kicks. He I was going to say Badia came out pretty strong in the first round,
yeah,
and I think that he kind of caught him a little cold. And if he capitalized on that, potentially could have finished him. But as France started to heat up, throwing some really nice body kicks, just doing some body punches as well, and I feel like he almost finished Badia. So cool fight, great fight to start the night. I think it was both of their debuts. Um, yeah, love to see some good body kicks.
yeah. I mean, it was I again like something that we were saying during the card or during the show. Um, we were mentioning that like amateurs nowadays are like the debuting amateurs nowadays are like what we would have saw 5, 6, 7 years ago on the higher end, and like the higher end of amateurs looking like pros now, and it's kind of crazy like how much everybody has like grown exponentially, like the level of Muay Thai from like the low end to the high end, even at smokers, like even at smokers or even like MDLs, the level of Muay Thai is ridiculous. Okay, low story. I remember the first time, right? My second smoker, there was these two dudes, these big guys. They're like maybe heavyweights. And then the entire time, this guy's like, yo, F that, I'm just gonna brawl. And you started punching the other dude in the nuts. the entire fight. So, so yeah, and I'm like, people in the crowd, I was like, what the hell? It wasn't even Muay Thai; they was just banging, and,
Yeah.
and like people were like, "What are we watching?" And this dude just kept hitting this dude in the nuts like with low blows, and then like that was Muay Thai. Then. Like it wasn't Muay Thai, but that's what you would see at fights, you know, and it's crazy to think that like the overall level is so polished now that you like you would never see that at these type of shows, you know. So it's crazy. One fight that like really stood out to me, um, Kenny Mason, freaking that kid. Sorry, it's my bad, Kenny Mason,
Kenny
Kenny Mosa.
Mosa.
Yeah, Kenny Mosa. My apologies for getting your name wrong.
Yeah.
Um, that fight to me was freaking. That was a great fight. Yeah, so he fought a kid named Tony Andrew, and the first round, I guess the guy Tony was 10-0, and he looked like he was 10-0 in the first round. Like he looked like he was undefeated. He looked like it was going to be like I would say a masterclass, but it looked like he was definitely gonna like he was coasting for the win. You know, he was out clinching him. He's had the better striking, and overall, he just looked like the better fighter. But something that we noticed is Kenny must hit extremely hard because when they were exchanging, especially when they sat in the pocket and exchanged to each other, you can see a huge significance in the power output between Kenny and
Yeah.
Tony. And
Yeah.
so he was just hurting him. Like you
Yeah.
see, like he was just rocking him bad, and like it got dirty afterward. After the first round, it was very sloppy. It was very like we're fighting. Like we're not even doing Muay Thai anymore. We're just gonna brawl. And he knocked him out in the third,
Yeah.
or he like stopped him in the third. He was basically at one point he was out on his feet. He then with I think like a cross or like a hook and rocked him bad. And he was out on his feet, and it shows like the tenacity. Like I really look forward to seeing like how much further he goes because he beat my friend Connor. He beat this guy who honestly was looking very good in the first round,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
mean
He's
that's
been
what you
on
need.
a tear.
Yeah, it's hard. Like he has the heart, you know. So
100%.
I
And it
love
looked
seeing.
like, yeah, he can hurt people.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how it looks in his past couple fights. He fought on Ring Titans 1 as well. No Boundary
yeah,
recently. Uh, yeah, he's fought a lot recently. And
yeah,
that's the way it seems. Yeah, it looks like he can really hurt people. I saw him post on his social media after the win and said, yeah, it wasn't the prettiest or something like that. But we got it done. And I was like, hell yeah, that's exactly.
yeah. It's
And
hard,
I feel
bro.
like a lot of people fall into the trap of, oh, my Muay Thai needs to be pretty. I know I do that all the time.
Bro, I'm,
And
I'm the
it's
same
like,
way.
what's effective is always going to be just like what you want to do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
No, I fall into
props
the
to him.
same trap. Like I fall into the same trap where like, oh, I hate myself. Like it needs to be pretty, and
Yeah.
then I give myself like shitty ratings for it. But you won, and that matters significantly for like your career in Muay Thai
Yeah.
because like it opens up more opportunities for you to get title shots. It helps you get more fans, especially if you're knocking people out. Like it makes people remember you, you know.
Yeah.
And so like that was a really great fight. Another great fight on the card. I mean, the women's fight was
Oh, yeah.
good. Freaking Cassidy is I don't even know what to call her. I was gonna say like a motherfucker, but like I don't know if that's like the right thing to say. She's what would be the opposite of that? Motherfucker. I don't know what to say. I don't mean any disrespect, Cassidy. Please don't beat me up. But she is. Oh man, some of the stuff she was doing and the clinch work. The clinch work was amazing. Like some of the clinching techniques she used. Some of like she did one point. There was one point in the clinching. Kiki tried to throw a knee and she like hauled back and like pulled her out with a knee and threw her own knee back. And I was like, oh wow, like I've never seen somebody do that before in a clinch. And like I was seeing stuff that she was doing in the clinch. I'm like, okay, we can like kind of like, oh, these are some interesting like clinch moves to kind of like work on.
Yeah.
And then she made her. I don't know if she was. I personally think she made her quit.
Yeah.
Like I thought she made her quit in the what the second
Round
round
two.
was it?
Yeah.
Round
Round
two.
two.
Round
It was
two. I
got
mean,
clinch, hit her with a knee. She went down.
yeah.
They started giving her an account. And she was just like, nope.
And she said, no mas, no mas. And I freaking, yeah, I mean, respect to Kiki too. Like, I feel like it takes a lot of guts to be like, I had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it takes a lot of guts to be like, like like maybe you're out of your element, and like we kind of, I can't say that we thought that was to be the case, but you did think like Cassie would win. I
Yeah.
was saying that I would like to see a monkey wrench, like the underdog winning,
Yeah.
but like we both kind of like had an idea of like how good Cassidy is, and I think that night she just proved like she is a very high level fighter.
She is
And
high.
I even went up to her at the weigh-ins, so like I was being such a, I'm like I hate talking to people. I'm such a wimp. So like the entire time, like people were weighing in, and like I seen Cassidy, I seen I can look at his name real quick.
Chris.
Yeah, is it Chris
Chris
McInnes?
McKinney.
McKinney, yeah. So I seen Chris, I seen Kiki, I seen Kenny, and I was like, okay, go talk to them, just to like tell me look forward to the fight. It took me like 45 minutes to even like build up the courage to even talk to them. And I'm like, I'm such a wimp, bro. And, and so like, but like I'm
Meanwhile, you fall
happy.
asleep before your fights. Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah, like
other day at the office.
but like, yeah, I was just like, hey, like I look forward to your fight. That's all I said. I was like, hey, I look forward to watching you fight. And like it was important to me to say that because like I feel like as fighters, like you get that people know who you are or the people like are fans, but like not too many people give you your flowers
Yeah.
before, you know? So like I want to try to be better at giving people their flowers as I see them. But yeah, like I knew that was gonna be a really good fight.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
like we said, uh, I kind of predicted that it would go that way, but I didn't think it would be like I thought. Kiki might have given her a better fight, but just she's that good.
She's good. She's freaking that good, man.
That
And
good.
she's vicious. That's the thing. Is like it's one thing to be like a good fighter. It's another thing to be somebody who's like vicious in your attacks and
Yeah.
vicious in your approach. So like yeah, she fights, but like she's not somebody who's timid. Like she's not scared to get hit. She's not scared to get into the mix, and she's willing to exchange. And not only is she willing to exchange, odds are she's winning the exchanges.
Yeah.
So that's something to consider. And so I thought Kiki too would be able to like withstand it and kind of like put the pressure on her and like kind of maybe have some like back and forth because I feel like Kiki's very quirky, and you never know people like that. So, and we talk about that later on, like about somebody else who's very similar like that. Um, and and Kiki was a taller fighter too, so maybe he thought like that would play a role in it as well. Her
Yeah.
being a taller woman, but it didn't. It didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. You saw like skill gap. You know,
Yeah.
hopefully, like moving forward, this helps her improve because like you have to fight tough battles to really like okay, I need to level up, you know. So hopefully this be like a step to help her reach the next height, and who knows where it goes from there, you know. They might
Yeah.
see each other in the future.
And props to
Um,
her for taking a hard fight too.
yeah, exactly. Like taking the inaugural women's title fight, it was a tough fight. It was a damn tough fight, but like it's a fight. Anybody can win, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and let's talk about like two more fights that I want to bring up because they're really important. Is we had two teammates fight as well. We had Diego Martin and we had Luis Pereira, aka Cesaro or
Oh,
Zoe. Um, let's talk about the heartbreak first. Then we talk about the victory. Um, I was it's disheartening when your teammates lose. I mean, it's also disheartening when they lose in a way that is like not a loss. I mean, like
yeah.
if you don't know what happened, Diego Martin dislocated his shoulder. He got swept. He got back up. He swept the other guy back, but by in the process of sweeping his opponent, his shoulder came out of place. The doctor put it back in, and I think he either got swept again or they were exchanging, and the shoulder popped out a second time, and then they had to stop the fight. And okay, I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna talk shit. Uh, bro, if you miss weight, right? So if you come in, if the fight weight is 195, right? and then you say you can't make that weight, and then you guys agree to have a catch weight at 198, and you can't make that weight, and then so when we were at the weigh-ins, he came in 7 pounds heavier than Diego. So Diego came in at 194. He came in at 202. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds heavier. Sorry. And by law, the commission can't sanction a fight unless there's at least a 5 pound difference. So they're asking Diego, like, oh, can you gain a little bit of weight? And like, oh, he's trying to lose a pound. Bro, tell me why I see this dude in the back not losing shit. Like he disappeared for 30 minutes. He came back and he's drinking and eating. Like you didn't fucking just miss weight. And I'm like, it would
It's an
piss me
amateur
off.
fight, but be professional.
Yeah, yeah, it's an amateur fight, but missing weight by 7 pounds in an amateur fight is fucking crazy. You know what I mean? And then like the whole celebration afterwards, like you did something. What did you do? Come in fat? Like what the fuck did you do, bro? And like I'll admit, like our game plan for him, like we knew he was gonna come in like hard the first round. So the game plan was you're probably gonna lose the first round. The first round, we'll give him the first round. Diego takes time to kind of build. So first round, cool, let him have that round. We're gonna be down a round, but you have to win the next two. So round two, we're gonna pick it up. By the third round, that's when we see the shift where Diego is ready to kind of steamroll him. And odds are by the third round, he's gonna be exhausted because we figured that was gonna happen. And sadly enough, we didn't make it out the first round. But I feel like if the fight kept going on, we've seen a drastic change in the second round. So like it's disheartening.
Yeah,
But
Diego has that pace where he builds on you slowly, but it's like an avalanche,
yeah,
starts rolling. It's
once
fucking
it starts rolling, it's hard to stop. But like
yeah.
it's a slow build. So the first round he needs to start warming up the build. Second round is when he really finds his groove, and third round he can just take over. And that's what our game plan was. Like, okay, he's gonna come in hot in the first round. Just kind of absorb the damage, absorb some of the attacks, and kind of like just roll with it. Second round, okay, we start steamrolling, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's disheartening.
Yeah, it's sad. It's like you can do everything right and
Perfect,
prepare
yeah.
totally well, but that's how do you prepare for that? That's just
It
like
was a freak accident.
expected, totally a freak thing. Like
Yeah, it was a freak accident. Like his shoulders never popped out before. So it sucks. But on the flip side, we had a victory in Lewis.
yeah.
And bro, I don't know what's up with these freaking Gen Z kids, bro.
He was locked in.
I guess he was locked in, bro. Like
He's
I don't
him.
know, like yeah, he's him. He's golden. But
They're a
like
sick fight though.
it was an amazing fight. It was an amazing fight. I feel like he came out a little too hot, and so I saw it. You can still okay. A key thing for a lot of the future fighters, a lot of fighters on the come up. Watch your opponent's face. All right. All you have to do is watch your opponent's expression, watch their face, pay attention to the look. All right. A lot of times people have this front that they'll put on the front to be tough. They'll look at you, they're a mean mug, but the eyes don't lie. If somebody looks away from you, if you stare somebody in their eyes, if you stare somebody in their soul and they look away from you, they're not confident in themselves, right? They might come out and fight hard, but if you start beating them, the confidence goes away, and then you can see it in the later rounds. And that's exactly what happened to Lewis's opponent. Like
Yeah.
the first round, he came out all tough and mean mugging. I'm like, that's the front. Don't get caught up in what he's doing. It's just like he's doing it for himself to make himself feel more confident in what's about to happen. Like it's just like it's just human nature.
Yeah.
But as the third round came around, you saw that look completely go away. He was defeated. He came out hard in the third, though. He did come out hard.
He did. And I feel like there was a crazy moment. Like Lewis was kind of coasting into the end, right? And there was a moment where Nelson kind of bounced back and started
Yeah, last 10 seconds.
laying
Last 10
on it with
seconds.
punches. And Lewis showed some good head movement, got out of the way, but there was a couple that he was swinging hard. I was like, fuck, he had him up against the ropes.
Yeah, he was
It was
hitting
a
him.
crazy moment right before the bell. I was like,
Yeah. It was last 10 seconds. So the first couple seconds, he came out hot in the third. Then like he kind of like dwindled. Like that's when Lewis picked it back up with the clinch and the teeps and the striking. And then the last 10 seconds, he rallied again and was just putting it on Lewis. And like Lewis's defense needs a little bit of work because he was getting clocked. And but he had good hip movement. Like if he didn't move his head, he probably would have he could have got knocked out those last 10 seconds.
For sure. Like if you're up against the ropes like that, that's one of your only options. If you're standing there, right? And man, there were some moments too, I feel like, where he would get hit by Lewis and he would like really lose composure. And in that moment, if Lewis was able to capitalize on that, he could have knocked him out. There was a couple moments where he was like going like this and just like totally didn't want any at that point, and just like he was in them. But yeah, if he followed up on that, I think he could have KO'd him in the third round. But great fight, like displayed great elbows and like a wide variety of techniques for first fight. Like that's fucking.
It was good. It was a good fight. It was a really good fight. And he was bleeding. Like, you got cut in the first round.
Yeah.
And I tell this kid, this fucking kid. I tell this kid, maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just like getting too old. And this shit's like, I'm like, you're bleeding. Like, be careful. Defend that side. And he's like, do I look cool? I was like, motherfucker, if you don't shut the fuck up and sit down and focus and block and use your defense, stop worrying about looking cool. Worry about winning this goddamn fight.
Coach, how do I look?
Right? Like, do I look cool? Stop aura farming, bro. We don't need you to aura farm right now. Aura farm after we win, all right? Get out of here. These fucking Gen Zs, bro. Crazy. Like, imagine if like freaking Talon Chai got cut. Do I look cool? Get out of here, bro. Like, focus on the mission. Focus on the mission. Don't stop worrying about how you look. Wrong thing.
Yeah.
Worry about keeping your hands up. You would have got cut if you kept your hands up.
He said it was a headbutt, but I didn't see it.
I don't know what it was, to tell you the truth. I'm not sure how he got cut. He got cut over his eye.
Is it hard to cut people with the elbow pads on, you say? What do you think?
Yes and no. Like, it depends on the elbow pads. I think it is kind of hard, but if you have a good enough angle, you can cut somebody. But, like, it wasn't an elbow. I don't think he hit him with an elbow. I just think something happened in exchange. Could be something hit him and cut his eye. But, yeah, it was a great fight. That was a really great fight. And I was surprised. So just kind of segueing into, like, the main event, that was a freaking good fight as well. Like, I can't say I was surprised with Ozzy striking, but I was surprised with his transition to kickboxing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good rule set for him. He has really fast hands.
Yeah.
And kicks are good too. And yeah, I mean, how much like Thai clinch do you really do if you're an MMA fighter? I don't know if it's really applicable as much.
I don't think it is either. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, you know, in certain circumstances, but yeah, I feel like he did really well. I liked Johnny Dos Santos, his shorts, and he came out. They were like an old school Top King that said Buakaw on them. It looked like it was the K1 days. I was like, were those Buakaw shorts at one point? Like, they're old school. I like that.
You gotta stop by leg kicks.
Yeah. So he kept doing this thing where he would, like, I don't know if it was because his leg was just fucked from getting kicked or what it was, and he like couldn't check it, but he couldn't defend it either. He would like jump up, right, and it was the final one that got him. He like got him midair as he's like turning around, and I'm like, damn, like it was just. Bro. I was like, what happened? Like, he needed a minute to process it.
He tried to air cancel and got caught.
Yeah. It was actually way worse. Jumped up.
Got clipped. And he did like a freaking full 360 spin. Like, oh man, I was like, oh, he did like a fakey big spin in the air.
They can fucking destroy the back of your leg.
Yeah. And just like, and he couldn't get up. And I was like, cool. It was a good fight. It was good. I mean, I like the Wolfston. I like the way it's set up. I like that you can leave and come back. I like that they have a bar. I like that they have like the TVs on the outside, and like it's a mixture of standing and sitting. And I'm leaving like the warm-up space in the back. It's a very nice venue. Even the parking space is better. Even the parking space is better. So if you had to rate this, because I think you gave it. So we didn't post the last episode because it was like really quick. We just wanted to get a clip from it. But I think the last episode you rated it 3.5, or last time we kind of talked through things. You would think it was like a
Yeah, I think I
3.5.
did 3.5.
And
Um,
so reviewing that, going back, what would you give the rating now after watching it?
I would say 4.
A 4? Yeah, I said 4 last time, and I'll agree. It was definitely a 4. It was a
Yeah.
good card. It was good. It
But one
was,
other fight too, I just wanted to mention Chris McKinney's.
yes,
Speaking of vicious, that kid is just
he's a teenager too.
it's so funny. He looks like such a goofball, and then gets in the ring and he's a fucking
Yo,
demon.
don't say that about this man, bro. He's just like, I think he's like most fighters. We're very quiet.
Yeah,
We're very quiet, shy people, right? Not everybody's, especially for Muay Thai. I feel like if you get into Muay Thai, you don't get into it to be braggadocious. I feel like that's for boxers, MMA fighters.
yeah,
Muay Thai, you're kind of humble, you're kind of quiet, you kind of like, I enjoy fighting, but I don't enjoy the speaking or like that part of it, you know?
yeah.
And but yeah, he's a fucking killer. That kid's good.
Really
Like
good calf kicks, and then yeah, the clinch of these
he's
SK.
not really a liver. Yeah, it's top level. It's top notch clinching, and like I think that's the
Love
thing
it.
that separates people. Like we're not doing kickboxing, we're doing
Yeah,
Muay Thai, and you gotta be able to clinch. You have to clinch, or you have to know how to stall the clinch if you do get clinched. So
right.
if you don't know how to do either or, you're kind of screwed. And like I remember seeing him. He came to our like MDL at our gym that we had, like a little like mock MDL that was just like way too hard. And I remember seeing him in it, and like I'm pretty sure I was a ref for his match, and I watched him, and I was like, oh, this kid is going places. Like you can tell from that moment, like, oh, this kid is very talented, and he's gonna be going places. Like the whole Song Kao team, SK, they have a lot of talent, and I look forward to seeing like how far they go. Hopefully, they go far. I want to see them go far because like it's cool when like local talent makes it places.
Yeah,
And yeah, like I'm always rooting for local talent.
I have no doubt that they will. Have an elite stable of fighters over there, and I feel
They
like
do,
promotion this podcast, I just constantly glaze their gym, but
bro. We
that's just but I don't even know any of them personally, like,
so I know a few of them. I know a few of them
but
personally.
they're that fucking good from
I know a few of them
what I've
personally. Like I trained with TK recently in Thailand. That was like the first time we actually trained together. Seeing her, like I sparred. So I've always wanted to spar her. I sparred her one time. She's freaking good,
yeah,
good. They're good. And I know that sounds like we glaze them, but like you gotta be honest about talent,
yeah,
regardless if they're like rivals in the sense that we're different gyms. But you gotta be honest of when you see like talent in the sport you love, because that's all we're doing is kind of show like talk about the talent we see,
yeah.
and that's important to just no matter what, like be real about it.
It'd be cool to
Um,
see other gyms in the area get to more of that level with stables of fighters, and then they could,
it's happening.
yeah,
So like the way it works, and it works everywhere. Like it's like dynasties, dynasties rise, dynasties collapse. Like every gym goes through it, just like every dynasty goes through it.
yeah,
And right now we're seeing the rise. So we're seeing the rise of North Shore. North Shore is definitely getting better, having a lot more talent. We're seeing the rise of Sankai. We're seeing the rise of DS Muay Thai. We're seeing the rise of a lot of like newer gyms or like gyms that aren't as established as older gyms. Like for
yeah.
example, like Hard Knocks, where
They
like
could,
Hard Knocks is still around, but like all they're kind of they're not on a decline, but like you're not seeing them be as prominent as they once were back in the day.
yeah,
Or I don't know, what's it like another like Sit Yotong, for example,
yeah,
another gym that's been around for a very long time. Or even Y Crew, another gym that's been around for a very long time.
yeah.
And again, it's not that they're bad gyms. It's just like there's a new wave currently happening, and so like everything kind of comes in phases. And yeah, I look forward to seeing like constantly how things change. Hopefully, in the next 2 years, I have my gym, and then there'll be another wave of potential talent. There's one last thing I want to say. Before we try to end this, something I noticed too that I think is very important for like helping grow fighters or helping grow like my biggest problem as like a potential coach Is like I never know if what I'm doing is like efficient or good, or like if I'm even going the right direction. And even at the weigh-ins, you see like these coaches kind of like talking and networking and like intermingling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a very important thing for the growth of your fighters is kind of having these conversations with other coaches. And I think that's something that like I'm just noticing this like just as important as having like structured training, just kind of like picking brains about others who care about your sport and
Yeah.
kind of like going from there. But yeah, it's something that like I'm just thinking.
And Jim should want to do that even regionally, where you're going to be fighting against each other. You should want good opponents for your gym to fight, right? And brings everybody up when fighters are better. So
Yeah, it does. It's true. It makes everybody better. Like it makes uh what's that saying? Rising tides raises all ships or something like that.
something like that. Yeah.
It's something like that. I'm definitely off. I can Google it. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah. So something that you did too, and we'll post it because I like the question. Um, we should try to let's try to end each episode with just like a general question, and we can have our answers. But I think it'd be also interesting if listeners, if it's on YouTube, if it's on our Instagram, or even on the podcast, if they can like chime in with their answers as well. Um, is there any burning questions that you can think of, or and if not, we can always save this for later. But like, I don't think I have like a question off the top of my head specifically. But is there even
Yeah. Let me pose one here.
okay?
With the rise of Japanese kickboxing, right, in
Okay.
MMA and on the world stage, kind of taking out a lot of traditional Thai stylists and things like that. You see a lot of Muay Thai fighters. Some of them do well in kickboxing. Some of them don't. Um, why do you think that is? And I don't know where I'm going with the question. Actually, we gotta edit this shit out.
Yeah. So if I had like if I
I
could
thought I had a
piggy
question there. I just
yeah if I could piggyback off that question,
yeah
um so like with the rise of like Japanese kickboxers, uh I guess how does that change the landscape of Muay Thai, or how does that change the future of what Muay Thai looks like for Muay Thai fighters? Because, like you said, like a lot of success has been coming from like Japanese kickboxers, especially the low kick. Like the low kick has been very devastating in Muay Thai recently. Not even Muay Thai. Like we've been seeing like really big names be getting taken out by low kicks. I forget the heavyweight fighter's name in one who had the kickboxing match against that Turkish guy.
yeah
But like once the Turkish guy low kicked the other guy, who was a reigning champion too. Once he started introducing low kicks, that completely changed the tide of the fight. And I think moving forward, it's kind of like everything else, where like you have to adapt. And I think that's the beauty of like martial arts and like having like contradicting styles, for lack of a better word.
yeah
It forces your martial art to make adaptations. It's always been happening. Like even the fight between I don't remember everybody's name, Duke Rufus's brother in that tie, and like what
yeah Rick
made yeah, exactly. And like the whole low kick, how that changed the game, the whole idea of like just kicking in general,
yeah
and how devastating a low kick is. And then I started introducing low kicks to everybody, or low kicks to the Western world. And now what's happening is people start to realize how devastating calf kicks are. Before, people were saying like, for calf kicks doesn't work in Muay Thai. It only works in MMA because you're heavy on the foot. Well, we're starting to realize that's not true.
yeah
And calf kicks does work in Muay Thai. So you have to be willing to accept that, introduce it into your game, and make adaptations. Because if you don't, you fall behind. If you fall behind, then you're just playing catch up the entire time. So you should be at the forefront of creativity than like being stuck in your ways because you don't think that's what it should be like. And that's what I think. I think like what we're seeing from Japanese kickboxing is what we see time and time again with like you just posted it with Ramon Deckers going to freaking Thailand and like introducing more of the Dutch style, winning fights, how they knock the guys out, or even like the low kicks from Rick Rufus. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names, but like just like it forces everybody to make adaptations, and change the game, which honestly makes everybody better fighters.
Yeah.
What's your opinion?
I feel like, yeah, like low kicks have been around, but they're doing different targeting. The way they're throwing them is different, right? The calf kick, the very like low, almost like by the ankle where they're kicking.
Yeah,
Uh, and then a lot of times they'll see them throw a kick with like their foot, right? Stabbing into the body.
yeah,
Stuff like that, where you're just like, it's not conventional. It's not coming at a conventional angle. You might not even see it coming if you've never had somebody do that to you before. But,
exactly. Yeah,
I also feel like they have really good boxing and just like really high level. A lot of them are very fast as well
yeah,
and very tough. So I know a lot of those guys over there spar really hard, they say. So it's definitely
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah. This is Japanese style. I mean, from what I heard, Japanese training, sparring is very hard over there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like to see it. I think it's cool rivalry between like the
Yeah.
Tigers and them now. Yeah, I think
I mean, it forces
a lot
everybody to make
of
adaptations.
fights to make in between those. One thing to say though is like how would those Japanese kickboxers do if they transitioned to Muay Thai, right? Like
Yeah. I mean,
uh,
there's
and like fought the same, Thai guys that they're fighting. Would they be as successful? I don't think so. I think that a lot of the boxing and things like that might not work if the clinch is actually in play.
yeah,
So maybe in one championship they might still have some success because
like RWS or something like that.
the 4 ounce favors the boxing a little bit, and
Yeah,
they don't really even let you clinch. So it's like they might still do pretty well, but I feel like um, yeah, you're asking these Muay Thai fighters to just be like, okay, now do this kickboxing, which is similar, but it's a different sport, really. Like, um, at the end of the day, it's not the same thing. So
it's not. I mean, so let's pose this question to all our potential listeners. If you have any idea what you think the future landscape of Muay Thai looks like with the introduction of Japanese kickboxing and the low kicks and how the Japanese are kind of taking over a little bit, how they're having success, we'd like to hear your opinions. We'd like to hear your thoughts. And with that, this is our technically like our fourth episode, but this would be the only this would be the second episode we post. So this is our second episode. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Muay Thai Minute. And again, I'm your host, Lavell Wesley, with my co-host.
Andrew Vignati, thanks for tuning in.
All right. Peace, everybody.